Hi, I am wanting to make some plaid, not plaid, gingham. Is it gingham or gingham? I feel like it's gingham. Some black gingham pants or shorts. I think I'm gonna go with shorts because I don't have a lot of gingham fabric. And I have already taped together I've already taped together the paper pattern. I just need to cut out the pieces for the weekend chore shorts from Matchy Matchy Sewing Club. So I'm gonna work on that now. And I'm probably gonna move my drink so that I don't spill. I believe I'm gonna make a size medium also, by the way. I should double check that. All right, I went online and I double checked the sizes and I am making a size medium. I think you guys get the point. I'm gonna come back after I'm done cutting out the pieces. All right, so let me see. I can't really tell where the lining's good or not, but for the weekend chore shorts, it's split into 2 front panels and 2 side panels on. So we've got 2 front panels, a side panel, a side panel, a back panel, a back panel, a side panel, a side panel. I don't know if that makes sense. So basically, I knew I was going to do something patchworky with these 3 different sizes of gingham. Let's see if you guys can see. So I've got the micro, the small, and then the medium. And so I'm just trying to decide the best way, like what panel to put where. Or to just do it randomly, I guess. I kind of think it would look nice if the center panels were matching, at least their center panel. So like, well, I guess it's not a huge deal either way. This is hard to decide. Let's see. Each of these pieces is at a 1/2 yard. Oh, there they go. So I'm kind of thinking to do the center panels for both the back and the front. So the 2 middles, back and front, in this one, and then to do all the side panels in this micro one, and then do the pockets in the medium one, so that the contrast is visible, but it's not just every single panel random. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I also think I need to iron this fabric more, so I'm gonna go plug my iron in. All right, so I'm gonna start with cutting out the pockets, which I have my fabric folded here, and it's just cut 2 opposite. This is I don't know if I said this already. This is a Matchy Matchy Sewing Club 100% linen. All 3 of the ginghams they're just the micro, the mini, and then this small or the medium. I don't remember. I think it's micro, mini, and medium. If not, I will put it on the screen and correct myself. And then this is the Matchy Matchy Chore shorts. So the weekend chore shorts. So I'm just going to start cutting these out. I'm gonna try to get both of them kind of at once. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And I'm using an Olfa rotary cutter. Okay, my fabric moved a lot, so that sucks. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. And just FYI, I did pre-wash my fabric. God damn it. Alright, so for the next steps, I cut out an inch wide fusible interfacing, the width of the pockets, and then I ironed it down above the notch and 3/8 inch from the top. And then now I'll fold over and create that like more structured top of the pocket. So just iron this. And this is not a tutorial. I am just making these shorts, and I really love sewing videos, so I figured I would make a sewing video. Let's see, I ironed that badly. Let's try fixing that. I also cut this pocket very crooked, so that sucks. Okay. There are my back pockets done. There are the front pockets. I just keep having problem after problem after problem. I just spent so long looking for the cord and foot pedal for my serger, and it was in an obvious place, and I did this recently with my spinning wheel oil also. And then my last YouTube video friggin' was all messed up, and I had to go back and fix it and export the file, and now I have to re-upload it, which took forever last time, so it's a good day. Alright, I'm just gonna run the bottoms of these pockets through the serger before I get to sewing. wonder it's coming out weird. My pink thread got messed up. Well, one of my threads broke, and being completely honest, I don't fully remember how I threaded it last time. Actually, I don't think I've ever threaded this one. Maybe once. Okay, let me grab a piece of scrap to see if I fixed it. All right. Okay, so I'm supposed to fold the pockets up by 1/2 inch, which looks like is about there. My iron turned off due to inactivity, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now I have to rethread my machine with some black bobbin thread because I have black on the top and pink on the bottom, on the bobbin. And then I'll have to do a little edge stitch to hold the top of the pocket down. So I'll see you after I wind my bobbin. I tried to take a shortcut and not change my bobbin thread and use a green that I had, except then I just sewed this upside down. not upside down. It was the right way, but the bobbin thread is on the outside. So, I don't hate that. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not always this lazy, but I often am. And also, these are chore shorts. Like, I don't know. Certain projects I'll take a little more seriously. My Layla pants, not my Layla pants, my cedar pants by Layla Makes. I did a really good job with all the finishing, and then even though I pre-washed my fabric, they still shrunk. So now I have to take them apart. So... it's cute. All right, there's my back pockets. Here's my front pockets. Okay, there's my front pockets. Now I need to clip them to the side panels and then get sewing, keep sewing. I'm assuming that's right there. I would have assumed wrong. Okay. That already looks so cute. All right, I've got them all pinned like this. So now I'm just going to stitch at the bottom, like an edge stitch, and then I will baste up the sides. Oh, actually I believe this is supposed to be a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Let me try to fix that with my painter's tape. Can't actually see what I'm doing. There we go. I think I'm gonna do just shy. I do more like 3/8, just because I think that I accidentally ironed the bottom up a little bit narrow. Now adjusting my stitch length up for the basting stitch, and we'll just go right along the edge. Linen is so fiddly to work with sometimes. Goodness. And now we're out of green, so I actually do have to wind my bobbin. Okay, so I've got all 4 of these side panels done. They are pockets sewn together on the bottom and then basted up the sides and like that. So now I'm going to pin these are the back side panels to the back centers and the front side panels over there to the front centers, and then I'm going to sew those together. Yeah. And that's the only step I remember next. Alright, I've got all my panels, my front and my side panels and my back and my side panels pinned together, so I'm now going to sew them all at 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then I will press the seam, well, I will finish the seams with my serger, press them towards the front or towards the back, and then join the front and side back of the legs together. Man, I'm testing my speaking skills. I hear my dog growling at something. That's not good. You see that? Maybe not really, huh? Alright. There's a front and a front side. I'm just gonna toss this over here to finish on my serger and keep going. Do a little batch sewing, kind of. Alright, so I've sewn the, let me zoom out. I've sewn the front and back panels together. So this is one leg, and then I'm going to clip them both here, right sides together, and sew them, and then press this seam towards the back. And then I will do that weird thing where you insert one right side out into the other out, wrong side out, and then sew around that curve. So, my phone was dying, so I had to stop filming, and I also got a phone call. You guys can watch me try to. I'm gonna try to do this where I slide one pant leg inside the other, which I've never actually done. That might seem weird, but so far the only pants I've made have been hard pants, and this was not how it was done. I guess I gotta do it up here. Alright, so I believe the right side out one goes inside the other one. So that kind of sucks. Once I matched up that center seam, everything is just sitting together, like, without me even trying. So that seems like a good sign, I think. Okay, let's get the other side. Yeah. All right, so I've got this weird situation going on. You guys probably can't tell, but I'm just gonna start sewing all around this edge. Wish me luck. Yeah, you guys can see this on my shirt. You can probably also see my really bad posture. I'm trying to straighten out my neck. Is that better? I'm assuming I'm going to search that seam right now, but I'm gonna go run and check my computer and see. I can't imagine I wouldn't. All right, yeah, I'm supposed to serge that seam, like the center crotch seam, I guess, and then press it to one side. Some waistband stuff. Let's flip them right side out and just look. Those look like they're gonna be really comfy. Okay, so I think it'll be kind of like this, except obviously they will get hemmed, so they'll be shorter a little bit, but let's finish these up. These are a really easy pattern so far, and they don't even have an applied waistband. You just fold over and then add elastic, so I think that this is very much a beginner pattern. Whoa, I didn't realize I was still filming. Anyways, I ironed the waistband down. I did a 1/2 inch first to enclose the raw edge, and then another 1 3/4 ish. So now I believe I have to edge stitch right around here, so I'm gonna go double check that. All right, so I'm going to edge stitch right around the folded line, and then leave a 4-inch gap at the back. I marked with pins which side clips, which side is the back, and about 2 inches on either side of the center back. And that's the gap I'll leave for the, there's a fly in here. That's the gap I'll leave for the elastic. And then I'm actually, instead of inserting the elastic, I'm going to I'm going to hem the legs so I can see where they're going to sit naturally. Ugh, I hate flies. Now I have to try and feed the elastic through the waistband. That is the leg hole. The unfortunate thing is I don't have like a big safety pin. I'm just using a little stitch marker. You guys can see that. So on this big chunky elastic, it's not gonna be very easy. My safety pin just came undone from my elastic. I think I put it too close to the end. Now I can't get the safety pin back out. Oh no. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, this might make it harder, but I doubled it over. Hopefully it's less likely to rip through that way. This is gonna take forever. I'll just be doing this for the next foreseeable future. There's a bunny in the yard while I try to feed the waistband through. Just hopped up right next to the window. Oh, now it's gone. So I accidentally made the elastic too long, so I'm actually overlapping it by like 2 inches, and then I will be able to stitch up the waistband. Okay, I did a square within a square, kind of, so that in case it does rip or something happens, it'll still be very secure. Going around. A little bit more, and then I'll call it. Alright, so next I'm going to try to stitch this down the back waistband opening without catching the elastic, which is going to be hard because I accidentally made the waistband casing slightly too small. So yeah, good luck to me, I guess. Okay. Alright, now I just kind of distribute the gathering. Oh, let's see. Yeah, kind of keep the gathering distributed around the waistband, and then I have to sew vertically along the seams to kind of hold it so it won't slip around and flip around and stuff later on. There's my cutie little label. I was also thinking about putting a little strawberry under the edge of one of the pockets. Can you see that? Let's bring it in closer. Yeah, putting a little strawberry like that. But I have a few different colors. Which one should I do? I am leaning towards I'm leaning towards either this one or this one. And if I want it to match my 2026 label, then I would probably go with this one. You guys can't let me know because I'll probably post this video nope. I'll probably do it before I post this video. But let me know what you think anyways. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Alright, so can you see me? These are my finished weekend chore shorts from the Matchy Matchy Sewing Club. I really like them, they're very comfortable. I accidentally made the elastic not very tight, like it's not really doing that much at all. But that is okay, because they're still really comfy. And yeah, I think I'm actually gonna make some more. Let me move my table away a little bit. Sorry, that was straight up butt view. I think I'm gonna make some more. I was thinking about using some denim from old jeans that my dad gave me that he wore holes in, but because the panels are so narrow, I think I could actually make a pair of these out of the really like worn in Levi's denim. I added a little strawberry tag here at the bottom of the pocket after the fact, so I just did a stitch over. It's not the cutest, like obviously it would have been better to catch it in this seam, but it's really cute. And I have little, I don't know if you guys can see it, a little 2026 tag in the back. And yeah, I really like these shorts with this love note that I made. And here is a hand spun bandana that I'm styling them with. And yeah, I like this outfit. I think it's comfy. And I got a little hand knit sock going on too. But overall, I think this pattern was really beginner friendly, and also like it came together really quickly. So like if you just want a pair of shorts for the summer, I think this is great. And if you just want to use scraps, like I'm gonna try to use old pants and like get some shorts out of that. So I think that this is gonna be a really good pattern for like scrap busting and for like a quick pair of shorts. So I had a lot of fun making these, and I will see you guys next time. What are you doing?